Hey friends, thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Katie. If you are new here, please be sure to check out my channel and subscribe for weekly yoga videos. So today we're going to be working on our shoulders. We're going to be working through some mobility and strength to help open up our shoulders. Really great for before a shoulder workout or even prepping for handstands. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we'll be starting standing on our shins, standing up tall here, engaging the core. And then start by swinging your arms back and forth. You can start with swinging one arm in front of the other, switching back and forth. Nothing too complicated here. Really just trying to get into your shoulders, warming them up a little bit here. We'll be here for another 15 seconds or so. Maybe notice as you continue to swing. Maybe if you feel a little bit more space in your shoulders. Maybe noticing if your shoulder blades are getting closer together as you swing towards the back. Hanging out here. Another 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead, relax here. So now we're going to be working through our shoulder cars, our controlled articular rotations, first starting with our scapula. Our scapula is our shoulder blades, so imagine the wings on your back body. So I want you to first bring your arms out towards in front of you into fist, straight as can be. We're going to be working through 4 sets of movement here with our shoulder blades. So first, elevation, which is bringing our shoulders towards our ears. Retraction, we're bringing our shoulder blades together. Depression, bringing our shoulder blades down away from our ears. And then protraction, reaching forward, our shoulder blades are far apart. So essentially, we're going to be moving through each of these segments, trying to smooth it out as best as we can here. So starting with elevation, retraction, depression, protraction, elevation, retraction, depression, protraction. So continue to move in this way. And it's not so much like a rectangular movement. You might actually notice that it kind of feels a little bit more oval in the movement. Maybe noticing if there's any particular sticky parts. But I want you to try to keep your arms as straight as can be. Really thinking about moving from the shoulder blades here. Keep circling for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let's reverse our course. So this time we'll depress, we'll retract, elevate, protract, depress, retract, elevate, protract. So opposite way, circling around. I know your shoulders are burdened, mine are too. We'll try to be intentional with this movement. Sticking with it. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, finish up wherever you are. Relax your arms, shake them out if you would like to. And now we're going to work on rotations in our shoulder. So I like to put my left hand on my belly just to make sure that I keep my ribs contained. I'm going to take our right arm, cut it across so the knife edge of our right hand is on our left hip. So I want you to make sure that you keep everything contained here. The only thing that's moving is your right shoulder. So from here, I want you to imagine reaching your right arm up. Your thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling. And once you get to a point where you start to feel as if you can't go any further, we're going to start to internally rotate. So bringing your thumb, reaching towards the front of the room. And as you do so, we're going to reach back all the way. Continue to rotate until the back of your hand reaches your right hip. Now we'll reverse the movement. So this time we're going to reach our right hand back. Reaching as far as we can. And once we hit that point, then we're going to start to externally rotate. So now your thumb is pointing towards the front of the room, reaching up towards the ceiling. continuing to reach your arm up towards the ceiling, continuing to rotate, and then bringing our right hand back to where it started, across our body in front of the left hip. So we'll do 2 more like that. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Remember, your thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling. Once you reach your point here, then we could start to internally rotate, bringing our thumb down. As we continue to rotate, reach our right arm back, 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 until the back of our right hand reaches our right hip. And now reversing the movement. Reach the right arm back, back, back until you hit your point. You can't reach any further. Then you can start to externally rotate. Reaching your arm up. We're rotating, reaching at the same time, keeping everything contained here. Nothing else is moving except for your right shoulder. Okay, on to the last one here. Reaching your right arm up. Can you notice if you're compensating anywhere else on your body here? Sometimes our movement is smaller than we want it to be, but we want to try to keep it focused and contained only in our shoulder. Can you be intentional with the movement? Can you focus on that joint? All right, so we're gonna switch our side here. So this time, right hand on the belly if it was. Again, this just helps me with making sure that my ribs are contained here. Left arm reaches, cuts across. Now our left hand is in front of our right hip. So go ahead, start reaching your left arm up, 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 thumb towards the ceiling. Once you've hit your point, we're gonna start to internally rotate. As we do so, we're gonna keep reaching, reaching, reaching back. As we internally rotate, now the back of our left hand is behind our left hip. Reversing our course, I'm gonna reach the left hand back, back, back. Externally rotate once we hit our point here. Maybe noticing if there's any particular sticky parts. Not that it's a good or bad thing, it's just something to kind of notice what's going on in our body. Cutting across, left hand in front of right hip. 2 more like that. Let's go ahead, reach, 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 reach. Our left arm up, up, up. Once you've hit your point, we're gonna internally rotate. Continue to internally rotate as you continue to reach your arm back, back, back. Now the back of your left hand is hitting your left hip. Reach your left arm back. Once you've hit your point, again, now we're gonna externally rotate. Can you feel the rotation in your shoulder joint? Maybe notice how different it feels from the other side. Continue to move through here. And certainly you can go a little bit faster or a little bit slower than me, but I do want you to think about, can you notice where the movement is coming from? Is it coming from your shoulder joint? And what can you notice in that? All right, perfect. So go ahead, finish where you are. Now we're gonna find ourselves on hands and knees, tabletop position, working through some scapula push ups. So shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. From here, I want you to push the ground away, moving into a cat position here. And you can see the rounding in my spine. I really want you to think about rounding into the spine here, push the ground away. Inhale, we're gonna retract our shoulders, so bringing our shoulder blades together, squeezing them in. Our body's gonna lower down just a little bit here, but our shoulder blades are really squeezed together. Exhale, I want you to push the ground away. Push, 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 engage the core, round into the spine, holding it here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, retract the shoulder blades together, engage the core, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, push the ground away, round into the spine, push, 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 hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly retract your shoulder blades together, squeeze at the bottom. Exhale, push the ground away, push, 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 push. Find a little bit more separation in your shoulder blades. Remember, engage the core, hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, retract the shoulder blades together, squeeze at the bottom here. 2 more. Exhale, push the ground away, push the ground away. Round into the spine. Feel your shoulder blades spread apart. Inhale, bring your shoulder blades together, retracting them. Exhale, protract the shoulder blades. Really find your rounding here. Push and holding it for 3, 2, 1, and release. Whew. Feel free to sit onto your heels, shake out your shoulders if that feels nice. All right, last couple things here. We're gonna move into a puppy pose. So we're gonna reach our arms out further than a normal tabletop. Hips are still over our knees as best as we can. I want you to reach your arms out as far as possible, allowing your chest to fall through. We're gonna first start with a passive puppy pose here. This just really helps stretch out our shoulders. And you can be on your fingertips, your hands can be flat on the floor. But I like to be on the fingertips just to help give me a little bit more elevation and allow me to kind of bounce a little bit here. So find your depth. Allow your chest to fall through. And now we're going to be moving into an active puppy pose. So an active puppy pose, fingertips, I suggest on the ground. From here, we're going to engage your core, pull our tailbone towards the back of the room, and we're going to elevate ourselves here. So our front body is engaged, core is engaged, holding here for 3, 2, 1, and release into our passive. Inhale, we're gonna move into the active pose. So engage the core, pull the tailbone in, push the fingertips into the ground, activate it here, holding it for 3, 2, 1, and release. Move into the passive. Feel free to sway side to side. 3 more. Inhale, active puppy pose. Engage the core. Push the fingertips into the ground. Holding it here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Inhale, active puppy pose. Engage that core. Feel the navel towards your spine. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and release. And last one here, you've got this. I know your shoulders are talking. Inhale, active puppy pose. Can you push your fingertips into the ground a little bit more, finding length, finding strength in your shoulders. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Feel free to move into a passive puppy pose. Or if you would like to, just gently find yourself back, sitting back on your heels. Shake out your shoulders a little bit here. Those are really tough. I definitely feel it in my shoulders. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Hopefully your shoulders are ready for your workout or even for handstands. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this class, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon.